Hi everyone. So today we are going to discuss about a question. So in a scripting side, we have a one question. So that we need to explain, and I will show the demonstration of that scripting, how that scripting is working in our service now. That too in a background scripting. Okay. So once you see that, the question is write a script to display incidents as per the caller manager is empty. For example, so this question I need to explain detail. So what does it means? We need to write a script for the displaying of the incidents. So we need to get the display of a particular incidents, and as well as the caller manager is empty and which the user is there. For example, the you will take as a one user like a system administrator or anyone. So that caller manager is empty. That records only we need to show. So that the reason we need to write. This is a question. This is an interview question. So we need to write this question, scripting for this question. Okay, let's move to our service now. So PDI, so personal developer instance. Okay, I think you already just written. Then we'll go for the starting page of that. Yes, I'll open our PDI. So personal developer instance, I need to open. This is a bigger one I shown. So we'll make it a little bit small. Yes, all. Right, in that all I need to write there is a background. So what is that background script I need to write? So that's why you can see that in a script's background is their system definition. You can just click on script background. So we see this is the running of a service now background scripts. So these background scripts can try to run only a server side only because of the reason. So we need to get the data from the incident table. That too, it is in a database. Okay, so that's we need to get the data. That is the reason we need to write a background scripting in a server side code only. So we'll start with a question. We need to get the first user details. For example, logged in user. So I am a system administrator, right? So I'm going to just see that. So I need to get the user details first of all. So var variable declaration var user id is equals to. So we'll see that we need to get the user id. So in that user id variable, we need to get the user id. Okay, so that's the reason gs dot get user id. Got it? So this is the reason we need to write this code. So simply we need to write the code for the user ID. I need to take as a user ID. So then semicolon. Now the user ID variable contain the total user details, right? So then after that we'll go for the incident table because incident table records only we need to fetch. So that's the reason var GR is equals to GR means glide record. I need to take as a short form. That is your wish. If you want to take another name, you can take it. That is a declaration only, variable declaration. So new glide record. This method we need to use new glide record. In that record, which table we need to fetch? Incident table. So table name, field names, and everything you'll write in a single course. So table names and field names mostly. So table and field names only we need to write a so single quotes. I think sometimes it's a any string values also we need to write a single quotes or a double quotes also we need to write. So incident that table. So semicolon. And next one we need to add a query on this. What query we will add? gr dot add null query. So what is the meaning of this one? Null query means it can try to find out that empty records only. So which we will give a query in this area. So like a caller ID. So caller ID dot manager. So in that caller ID manager is empty. That query only it can apply. So all records are not to get. So only the caller ID manager. Caller ID dot manager is nothing but caller ID field. What manager values are empty. Then only it will find out. Okay, I'll show that where is the caller ID. In an incident table, you can see incident dot list. So in that incident table, you see that where is the caller? I'll show that caller value. See that this is the caller. The backend name of the caller is a like this. We can see. Just a minute. It is just loading. Just a minute. Okay, right now. So see, right click on that caller. You can see that caller ID. This is the backend name of the caller is a caller ID. So here this is a logged in user caller ID. It will be present. Then it can write to fetch the details, and as well as the manager is empty. That records only it can write to get it. Okay. So now and after completion of the null query, gr dot okay what does it means add query, we can use that add query. So what kind of the query we are using means caller underscore id is a user id. If the caller id is user id, that records only we need to fetch. The remaining records I don't want to get it, so that's why user id. Got it? So caller ID is a user ID. That records only we need to get. So then finally gr dot query. So why we need to write the gr dot query means every time if you write any add query, null query, so add encoded query, active query. So every query can end with a query. So gr dot query. Gr is a variable that is different. So query is a definitely we need to put. So in our code. So that's after completion of this one, go for the display of the records. So how to display not only single record, multiple records we need to display. So that's the reason we'll write the while condition, looping statements we need to write gr dot. So next. So this is the next means every record it can write to search. So opening curly braces in this area, we need to display the records, the numbers we need to display. That's why GS is a glide system. So that info. So info means it will show that result. So this is a display function. Info and where we need to get the data from this gr table, the records where it will be in gr, right? Gr dot. So get value. So get value means we need to fetch the details from the value, and what the values we need to get in a single quotes, that is a field name, number values we need to fetch. Got it? And this is the curly braces close. So that's all for this code. We need to see the result, what kind of the details we need to fetch. Understood now? So where user ID is equals to get user details. First of all, so it is taking the total user details. So what is the logged in user details? Everything you can write to store in a user ID. Here the null query means in the incident table, caller ID manager is empty. That records only we need to fetch. So these are the questionnaires, right? Queries. So that's the reason we need to display. Simply I'll click on run script. We'll see that how many records are there with that. Only four records are there. So 128 triple 082 039. So these records only having that system. What does it means? Administrator is there in a caller. That too, it is a manager is empty. So we need to fetch really it is a correct or not. We need to check it once. So I'll go and I'll check in an incident table. So where it is that incident number, I need to paste. See that caller is the system administrator. Okay, so that's the reason we need to write a code for this area. Very simple code, very easy to use. So most of the people are going to feel fear about the scripting. So really, if you want to learn some APIs and using the some kind of the logic for that API on the APIs, definitely you need to get the full details. Okay, it's a very easy step by step you need to learn. Then definitely you are the perfect in your script, JavaScripting especially. Okay, for this reason, now we are ready to start a JavaScript batches for the giving of a full-fledged training about the total script, like a server side and client side, all scripting, JavaScripting, we are just need to train. Because of the reason, most of the interviewer questions are asking on the scripting only. If you go with a developer side, definitely they are asking the questions on your JavaScript. Okay, so that's why new batches is starting. So if you want to learn the perfect JavaScript, so definitely you can. So register your demo classes, that is a free of cost. And how you can register your name as a like a JavaScript demo classes, right? So simply you can go to your URL. So any just web page, you can simply type that varshitaeducation.in. So this spelling, you can see that varshitaeducation.in, you can type and you will get this form. This is a page, you will get it. This is our Varshita Education page. Simply click on register now. So you will see that one Google form, ServiceNow training proposal form. So you just enter all the names and as well as see the batches, what batches are starting so in a recent days. So what English batch is there, like English 15th 5 2023 time 8 to 9 p.m. And Telugu batch is also there in the JavaScripting. So you can, if you want to register your name, you can register here in a Google form. That too is a free of cost registration. Okay, so after registration, you will get that class link. You may write to join and you can attend the demo session. Okay, so that's it. Thank you for watching. So I hope you are ready to just register your names.